Imagine waking up one day and realizing humans could live forever. No more aging, no more death from natural causes, no sudden end to life. At first, it would feel like a miraculous gift. Families could stay together indefinitely, careers could span centuries, and knowledge could accumulate endlessly. Medicine and disease would become almost irrelevant, as immortality would bypass many biological limitations. Every skill imaginable could be mastered, and every corner of the world could be explored with unlimited time. Lifelong learning would no longer be a concept, it would be a reality, as humans could dedicate decades to mastering arts, sciences, and crafts. But immortality would also come with consequences. Overpopulation, resource scarcity, and societal stagnation could emerge. Philosophical and spiritual questions about the purpose of life would intensify. Our perception of time, ambition, and purpose would fundamentally change. If you want to explore mind-bending, what-if scenarios like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with friends who love science and imagination. At first, society might celebrate endless life. People could master multiple careers, travel endlessly, and accumulate wealth without the fear of dying. Education systems would evolve, allowing centuries of learning and skill acquisition. Students could spend decades specializing in multiple fields, producing a new class of polymaths. Relationships could last centuries, creating deep bonds, but also complex interpersonal dynamics. Governments and institutions might stabilize, as political knowledge and experience accumulate indefinitely, preventing hasty decisions or governance mistakes. On the other hand, boredom and existential ennui could emerge. Without the urgency of mortality, motivation might decline. Ambition, once fueled by limited time, could lose its intensity. Individuals might struggle to find meaning in personal achievements that now take centuries to matter. Philosophers, artists, and scientists could wrestle with eternal questions, with no finality or closure. Over decades, population growth would skyrocket. Natural birth rates, combined with zero natural death, would put extreme pressure on housing, food, and water. Urban areas could become overcrowded, while rural regions might be abandoned or controlled. Nations would have to develop strict population management policies, perhaps enforcing birth limits or rationing resources. Resource scarcity could spark conflicts, both locally and globally, potentially creating social unrest or wars over essentials. New technologies might emerge to combat these challenges: vertical farms, renewable energy systems, and synthetic habitats. Humanity would have to rethink civilization itself to sustain endless life. Megacities, orbital colonies, and underwater settlements might become necessary. Space exploration could accelerate, as humans seek new territories to accommodate centuries of life. Psychologically, immortality could challenge the human mind. Living forever would alter how people perceive time and purpose. Long-term grief could become unbearable, as friends and family might still die due to accidents, violence, or limited technology in certain regions. Mental fatigue could accumulate, and even small conflicts might seem magnified over centuries. Memory management would be critical. The brain might struggle to retain centuries of experiences. Individuals could suffer from repetitive trauma or boredom, needing mental resets or advanced therapies to maintain sanity. Society might develop new coping mechanisms, artificial memory resets, meditation techniques, or neural enhancements to prevent cognitive overload. Ethics of memory alteration could become a major debate, raising questions about identity and authenticity. Economically, endless life would reshape labor and wealth distribution. Careers could span centuries, creating a concentration of expertise and influence. Retirement would become obsolete, as people continue working indefinitely, causing new hierarchies in wealth and opportunity. Generational wealth could accumulate to unprecedented levels, creating extreme inequality between early immortals and newer generations. Economies might slow in innovation, as old knowledge dominates decision-making, but extended lifespans could also allow for incredibly ambitious, long-term projects. Terraforming planets, curing all diseases, or building interstellar civilizations. The financial system would need to evolve to accommodate immortality, with new forms of inheritance, taxation, and resource allocation. Banking, investment, and insurance would operate on centuries-long scales, and governments might need to rethink economic policies entirely. Culturally, immortality would shift values and traditions. Art, literature, and philosophy could reach unimaginable depths, as creators have centuries to refine their work. Cultural stagnation might occur if old traditions dominate indefinitely, but innovation could also thrive with unlimited time. Language, fashion, and customs could evolve more slowly, preserving history but limiting novelty. Social hierarchies might become rigid, with those alive the longest holding immense power, but new subcultures could emerge among those experimenting with change. Music, cinema, and literature might span centuries-long sagas, creating entirely new genres or epic storytelling traditions. Ethically, living forever would raise profound questions. Who gets access to immortality? Would it be limited to the wealthy, creating inequality? How do societies decide who can live indefinitely? Would murder, accidents, and suicide become the only causes of death? Laws and ethics would need a complete overhaul to handle consequences previously unseen. Philosophical debates about the meaning of life, justice, and fairness would intensify, as mortality no longer sets boundaries. Political systems might favor longevity, creating power dynamics spanning centuries. Moral dilemmas around resource allocation, medical treatment, and societal hierarchy would challenge every legal framework. Technologically, humanity would accelerate innovation in unexpected ways. With centuries to master knowledge, humans could develop advanced AI, interstellar travel, and cures for previously incurable diseases. Medicine would focus on maintaining health indefinitely, preventing injury, illness, and cognitive decline. Cybernetics, neural enhancements, and biotechnology could become commonplace, merging humans with machines to enhance longevity further. Humanity might evolve into a highly optimized species, but the question remains, would immortality make life meaningful or hollow? Technology could also help manage overpopulation, environmental collapse, and energy demands, but at the cost of natural life rhythms. Environmental impacts would be immense. Endless human life would strain ecosystems, accelerate climate change, and deplete natural resources. Conservation efforts would become more critical than ever, but managing an immortal population could be extremely difficult. Humans might colonize oceans, deserts, and even space to sustain infinite populations. Overcrowding could lead to new technological habitats or artificial ecosystems. Balancing human survival with planetary health would be one of the greatest challenges in an immortal world. Biodiversity could suffer, natural landscapes might vanish, and humanity would need unprecedented environmental planning to survive. Social relationships would become increasingly complex. Friendships, family bonds, and romantic relationships would last centuries. Emotional dynamics would shift dramatically, as people accumulate experiences, losses, and memories over lifetimes. Generational roles would blur, and interpersonal conflicts could last indefinitely. Communities might need new systems for social cohesion, conflict resolution, and mental well-being. Isolation could still occur, as individuals cope with centuries of life differently. Traditions like marriage, parenting, and mentorship would transform. Social norms would need constant adaptation to manage infinite lifespans, with legal systems evolving alongside them. Ultimately, immortality would redefine humanity. Life without natural death would challenge every aspect of society, biology, psychology, and culture. Would humans find eternal meaning, or would endless existence erode purpose and joy? Would civilizations thrive or stagnate under infinite time? The implications are vast, and the questions may never have perfect answers. Living forever would be both a blessing and a burden, reshaping what it means to be human. Immortality could create a utopia of knowledge and creativity, or a dystopia of boredom and inequality. Society, ethics, and identity would all transform in ways never before imagined. If you found this scenario thought-provoking, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon for more explorations into what-if scenarios and futuristic possibilities. Share it with friends who love science, philosophy, and mind-bending ideas. Keep imagining the impossible, because the world of what-if holds endless surprises.